Hello, welcome back to another episode of Gas Holes Garage. I'm Jeremy.
I'm back. Something looks a little different.
Meet Peggy. Why we name her Peggy?
Well, when you talk about a duster, what's the one TV show that everybody thinks about?
Roadkill.
No.
A lot of people don't know what roadkill is, but everybody on the planet pretty much knows
Married with Children.
Al Bundy's favorite machine on the face of the planet.
So.
And his was even brown, just shit brown, just like this lovely car.
Several of them, but yeah, that's Peggy.
Peggy Bundy. So what are we gonna be doing?
We're gonna start tearing it apart. Take a break from the Porsche and start getting this thing all apart to get it on the rotisserie. It's probably gonna take a while, but yeah. So that's what we'll be doing today is tearing body panels off.
Okay, so this was what, a 318 or 360?
360.
Okay, so we got a 360.
72 with a 360 in it. 904 automatic. Driven by a little old lady. Went to church every Sunday. That's it. No, but actually the car's in pretty good shape. Body-wise, there are a few issues. There's no major rust except for a big giant hole in the roof where it used to have a vinyl top. That's not ideal. So we'll fix that. Other than that, everything's fairly straight. On the rear right here, got a little whoop-de-doo right in here. Need to take care of. Might just end up cutting the whole thing out because there is a lot of Bondo in that whole thing. Which brings me to the next part. Down here, this seems solid, and it is. It's metal, but underneath this metal there is Bondo. And underneath that Bondo there's metal, and underneath that metal there's Bondo, and you get the idea. There's 3 layers in here. So that should be cut out and repaired. And honestly, being that we're in California, it would probably never rust out again, but I can't. I gotta cut that out and redo it. So yeah, other than those couple little spots, it's a straight, solid car. The floor on it, all these dusty, is very straight, no rust. The dash is in great shape. For a 50-something-year-old car, it's in pretty good shape. Not real crazy about the white interior, but we'll see about that.
That can change.
Yeah.
We got spray paint.
Yeah.
What about the rear end? You were doing something with that, right?
Yeah, I've got a, right now it's got the 7 1/4 inch rear end in it. I've got an 8 3/4 out back that just gotta get cleaned up and put in there. Over behind the Bronco over there, I've got a pallet of parts. That is a total QA1 suspension setup, front and rear. Coilovers all 4 corners.
For this car.
Yeah, new K member, you name it, it's there. I got everything. We'll see how that goes. Don't want to unboxing of it yet because that's a little ways down the road, but yeah, it's all there. Let's get started.
All right, so there's always funness working on a car that you're not used to. I've never worked on a Duster before. Have you, Pat?
Not at all.
So we're trying to get the fender off, and the one over here was loose right away. And this one, we've got all the bolts out, but for some reason right here, it just is not moving. So we're missing something somewhere. So yeah, this is the funness of working on a freaking old car. You just don't know. See, this fender over here, as you see, it's got gold on the inside. So it's been replaced at one point. So there's obviously some screws that weren't put back into place, and it moved off nice and easy, or came off nice and easy. Where the stock side, we're having some issue with that we're gonna have to figure out. So when you get a car, this is shit that happens. So right now we're working on getting the doors off. Anything fun about it?
No, not so far.
See what happens. See what happens on this. Okay, so quick tip: if you're pulling a door off, take a floor jack, put a pad or something underneath it to kind of hold it up to help you hold the door, because these things are not light, so it's just nice and easy. It makes your life, less stressful. All right, so we're making progress. Just got this fender off, but as I said before, this fender has been replaced, so there's quite a few screws and stuff that weren't put back together. The other one still seems pretty solid, even though it looks like we have everything out. We're hoping it's just that there was factory glue sitting right here, which is what this looks like. And hopefully that's all it is, but we'll find out. Keep on going. So draining the coolant out, it's kind of interesting. The coolant's coming out of the bottom is nice and green, but the coolant up here, it's kind of orangish, brownish?
Yeah, it's that bi-level cooling system.
2 different types. That's probably not very good, but we'll see what happens. Some explaining to do.
Explain what? Took the car apart. There, I explained.
This is not taking car apart. This is racing, space-saving, lightweightness.
We're getting ready to put the car on the rotisserie. Not today, obviously, but in the near future. So we're getting everything off of it. Yeah, just keep tearing stuff off until we get it empty.
We actually got the whole wiring harness out in one piece, since neither one of us is a
front wiring harness.
Well, the front wiring harness for the engine wiring harness. Since neither one of us is a Mopar expert, we didn't want to just cut the wires and throw it out because we don't know what we're going to need. That about sum it up?
Pretty much. Got the exhaust off for the most part.
What exhaust? It was some tubes with a freaking cherry bomb sitting on it.
Front fenders, the doors, the front apron and all that up front. Yeah.
So it's coming along. Peggy is getting stripped.
She's getting ready for her facelift.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time.
Alright, so here's how the car looks from down below. We just took the exhaust off, as he said, which was really just a couple pipes and some cherry bombs on it. Right now, Patricio is taking off the drive shaft, so then we can get the engine transmission out. So one step at a time. It may be dirty down here, but there's no real rust that I see at all.
Nope, not on this one.
Yeah, she's pretty clean. I mean, everything's solid on this damn thing. So I know Pat is gonna really miss all the rust work he did on the Porsche, so it's probably upsetting him that there's no rust in here, but he's just gonna have to man up. What is it, fighting you?
Yeah.
Or are you just dead tired?
Yeah, both.
Getting old sucks, people. Come on, you can do it.
Oh, why?
Doesn't want to play well with others? Just bound up or something? Jeez.
Oh, it's bound up.
You want to mallet and just tap it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so just getting the transmission taken out right now. It's leaking the hell all over the place, but bit by bit, this car's coming apart.
That would be the transmission mount, not the transmission.
Well, one thing at a time. Transmission will be coming out.
Eventually.
Working on it, people, working on it. All right, so we're making some progress. The engine's training pretty much ready to come out, right?
Pretty much. I think everything's disconnected. Guess we'll see.
So we're taking the fan out of the way just because we don't want to bang it up and we think it's going to be in the way anyway. So just give us a little more clearance. But everything seems to be disconnected and we'll know soon enough for sure.
Yeah.
See which surprises may come. Fan's loose there, Pat.
May need to rethink my strategy on hooking that.
I think you need to be on the front one.
That's what I'm thinking.
So we're talking about this right here. So we need to get it at the right angle, and having it at the back, it's not gonna bring on the front up as much. Right, Patricio? And then we gotta let Jack down a little bit in the rear. Not yet.
Get hooked up on it.
No, I'm ready waiting for you, so. Alright. I'm out. It's completely loose. Looks like it's just the back of the bell housing. Nuts.
I'm thinking we might be better off if we let the car down. If we can get this motor to come forward. What is that?
Alright, so in trying to take the engine out, you can see right here the header's bumping up against the steering arms and cross, so that's going to be a problem, so that's not fun. Blah, blah, blah. Sucks. So here's the funness of working on the car. We started taking the engine out, and we found something still connected, huh, Pat?
Yep.
Linkage going to what?
Transmission.
That's not important, is it?
Slightly.
I guess we should have undone it first, but you know. Lesson learned, get that undone. We should be able to get the engine out. That's the last little thing. Pat started to hear something creaking and making noise, and he's like, maybe we should stop. And yeah, I think you're right, Pat. Take that off, and the engine should be out. We're almost there. Hey, so this is all the parts that we took off the Duster. Actually, the doors and a few other things are inside the truck here to just protect them, you know, wiring harnesses and stuff that can matter. You know, doors are in there because it still has, you know, parts of the interior and stuff, but I mean, it doesn't look like a lot, but it's been a lot of work today. But yeah, all this crap came off of it. All right, as you can see on this car, we're actually, you know, putting everything in bags and labeling everything, all the bolts, all the screws, all the nuts, because on the Porsche, yeah, we didn't exactly do that. And it didn't really matter because none of the bolts and screws matched up anyway. Yeah, so it didn't really matter, but this car, we're definitely doing it the right way. Wow. Yeah, something happened here. There used to be something that was right here, and it's no longer there. Because Pat decided he wants to put a Honda K24 in it.
Yeah, no. I'll swap it. No, I want to keep the original motor. Well, not the original motor, but the motor that was in here, which is a 360. Yeah, hey, what could go wrong? It's probably got 100 horsepower and chrome on it.
Well, yeah, I mean, chrome adds 100 horsepower easily.
It should get it. No, in all honesty, though, that motor ran pretty good.
Sounded good.
Sounded real good. Not a fan of the hooker headers that were on here. That was a hell of a fight. But got the motor out, and as you can see, we got the fenders off, the hood, the doors, everything. It's almost straight. Got to take a few more things off, and be ready for the rotisserie. Drop the K-member, so on and so forth. I wanted to do it on the lift. Jeremy's like, well, let's do it on the floor. Yeah, that was stupid. Shouldn't have listened.
Why would you ever listen to me?
I don't know. Would have been so much better on the lift.
Yeah, but then we'd had to get it from lift over here anyway.
Yeah, well, it's over here now. It ain't going nowhere.
So,
I think that's about it for this week's episode. Thanks for watching, and please like, share, subscribe, and yeah, please comment if you're a new subscriber, and we'll comment back. Thanks.
please give mine to St. Jude. Bye.